pro side, so overdose is a public health problem that can be solved. Opiate overdose is the single greatest cause of mortality among the injection drug users in the United States. Opiate analgesic related death are among the fastest growing causes of death poisoning death in United States. Drug poisoning deaths in United States. National surveillance data suggests that almost 83,000 Americans died from this form of overdose between 1999 to 2005, with over 16,000 fatalities in 2005 alone. Unlike many of the other leading causes of death, death from opiate overdose is almost entirely preventable and preventable at a low cost. Opioid kill by depressing respiration, and overdose is rapidly reversed by the administration of a safe and inexpensive drug called naloxone. Naloxone is a direct antagonist of mu-opioid receptor. Naloxone cleans the brain opioid receptors and reverses the respiration depression, causing almost immediate withdrawal. A growing number of organizations in the United States are offering drug users with resuscitation training and take-home doses of naloxone.
I'm going to be talking about those programs that provide Narcan to the public. Harm Reduction Coalition is a national organization that promotes the health and dignity of individuals and communities impacted by the drug use. This organization has established multiple community-based naloxone programs, and the earliest take-home naloxone program was actually opened in Chicago in 1996. As of 2010, there were 48 known programs representing 188 different community-based sites in 15 different states and District of Columbia. Majority of take-home naloxone programs are located at needle exchanges. Some of these programs are funded by the state or the city. For example, New York or Ohio, those are funded through the taxpayer money. However, the others are not requiring any taxpayer money, and they use non-governmental grants. An example is program in Michigan. There is only one take-home naloxone program in Michigan, and it's based out of Grand Rapids. It's called Clean Works program. It's also a needle exchange for drug addicts, and they partnered with a local doctor in 2008 to provide naloxone as well. Clean Works program of Grand Rapids provides its participants with the knowledge and skills successfully intervene in opiate overdose situation. They actually accumulated evidence that those that were trained often decrease overdose risk behaviors by decreasing their use and actively seeking treatment. That brings a very important point. When you have this opportunity to talk to people, you establish a trust-based relationship with them. It's same with cigarette smoking. We know that it requires multiple attempts to talk to patients why smoking is bad, and maybe in months or years they decided to quit. Same idea here. Grand Rapids program teaches its participants how to recognize overdose, the importance of rescue breathing, why it's important to call 911, and how to intervene in an overdose situation. We also have to think of who are people are at risk for overdose. Those are the ones who are in recovery actually. If they haven't been using for a couple weeks, they lost their tolerance. They relapse, and as we know right now, it's like 95% chance of them relapsing when they just started the treatment. They're gonna use the old dose. They don't know that they have to titrate down, and they're gonna overdose more certainly. The majority of the participants of those programs are the drug addicts themselves, but what's most importantly, there are family members who get this knowledge and they get tools to save lives of their loved ones, and Stephanie's going to talk about that.
Yeah, exactly. So you have to remember that heroin abuse affects not only the drug users themselves, but also their friends, families, and other loved ones. Naloxone can prevent the death of the heroin user, but also can spare their family the grief and suffering of losing a loved one. And I'm going to read an excerpt of a true story. So Michael laid on his front lawn, blue, unconscious, and barely breathing, overdosing on heroin. His mother ran outside, frantically assembling a pen-like canister. Her heart pounding, she dropped to her knees and used the device to deliver 2 squirts up her son's nostrils. Within minutes, his eyes opened, color returned to his face, and he sat up, brought back from a potentially lethal overdose by Narcan. If you've ever talked to a parent who watched their kid overdose, you wouldn't wonder why they are doing this. Nancy is the mother of Michael, who became addicted to opioids, including heroin, after his motorcycle accident. She lobbied for an overdose education and naloxone distribution program, which has since saved about 1,200 lives. Programs like this train drug users and others to identify the symptoms of overdose, call 911, provide rescue breathing, and administer emergency doses of naloxone. Studies have shown Narcan is a promising intervention with the potential to save lives without substantial adverse effects. In fact, studies thus far have shown no increase in opioid use where Narcan is administered. In a study by Davidson, he found that take-home Narcan will have little or no effect on reducing unwitnessed overdose mortality, as the overdose victim would not be in a condition. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong point. Okay, I'll just stop there.